Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21. I cannot wait for this because we are doing career mode for the very first time in MotoGP 21. I will be starting in Moto 3, and I will reveal which bike I'll be using and which team we will be with. So as you can see, the three options you've got, unfortunately no Red Bull Rookies Cup as things stand for now, which is a bit disappointing, but you do have the option of choosing the full 2021 calendar, or the official 2021 calendar, which we'll have this year due to the C19 issue. So let's crack on and see where we end up. Revealing which team we're going to be. The number 47, that familiar 47 on board the Husqvarna, the Sterile Garda Max Racing with Romano Fenati and Adrian Fernandez. Grant will be tackling his journey with the Husqvarna team in Moto 3. So of course, if you didn't get a good look at that one, I've decided to do a little extra video for you here, so you can see the number that I've made, the classic sort of DrAce logo at the back with a bit of pink on it, the brand new DrAce helmet, which I slaved over with that one. Unfortunately, there's not many sponsors, well, there's actually not any sponsors in MotoGP 21 customization, so I had to improvise, but I hope you like it, and now it's time for action. So here we are in Qatar for FP1, free practice 1 of the Moto 3 session is upon us, right here in Doha, 25 degrees air temperature and 34 degrees on the track. So first and foremost, in free practice it's imperative to do the development tests. And yes, you are looking at a racing line there, not because of preference, but simply because of the track study objective. I have to stick close to that, I think it's around 75%. If I stay with it and stay within the parameters, it will earn me some development points. Of course, the other objective we have there on the right hand side of the screen is a clean lap, which is to be doing a 2:08.912 without obviously going off the track, touching the green stuff, and abusing any sort of track limits. Currently as it stands, Gabriel Rodrigo is in the lead with a 2:08.736. Showed his hand early, you could say, but not sure yet. This is my first actual attempt on a Moto 3 machine, so I'm not sure how we will do compared to Sense of Time, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I did the practice lap a minute ago, the little warm-up, the out lap, and I did feel pretty good considering how difficult the MotoGP bikes are to master. The Moto 3 bikes so far don't really feel that way. They feel extremely clean, extremely precise, and just very, very easy to ride. So about a tenth and a half down on Pedro Acosta's time now, who's a 2:08.434. On the Husqvarna, we are loving this colour scheme with the combination of what my helmet and the leathers look like, and of course the butt patch. Chucked a little moustache in there for good luck as well. The Ace logo is there as well, but you unfortunately can't see it because of the rear of the bike, but you can just have a good glance as we got a little bit out of shape there going into turn 12. Into traction control setting 1, all of the settings are off, so any assistance or any sort of braking or any acceleration help are all off. Everything's been disabled. The only thing I do have is semi-automatic transmission, but I'm still learning and I'll get used to the manual gears at some point, and I think we'll have a full conversion to literally everything on the pro settings. Of course, that is my opinion, the best way to play the MotoGP games, and even in Ride 4. Turn every setting off and just go absolutely gung-ho. And so far, it looks looking to be a treat. We aren't only in power setting 2 there as well, so we could potentially go a lot quicker with the aid of power setting 3, which I think might need to be nerfed a little bit. But across the line for the very first time, and we go third. Only 1/10 of a second down from Pedro Acosta, or from Darren Binder, and then a tenth and a half to Pedro Acosta. So that is really good stuff there. I'm pleased with that one. Let's see what we can do. We did nail both objectives, but we're going to do 3 laps here in practice, because I have another objective, which is to do a lap-by-lap progression, and to see the lap times improve every single time. So of course we've done the first actual lap, our first time lap. The racing line is gone now, which is great because that is so annoying. I'm not a fan of the racing lines in any racing game. I'd much rather learn it myself. I find them more of a hindrance than they are good. I guess if you know the track, well, if you don't know the track, should I say, it's a big help. But for someone like me who knows Qatar extremely well, it's not going to be a problem for me. I don't need any racing line. But we are running the medium front and medium rear. Of course, we could have a benefit from the soft tyres or even the hards. But I did find with the soft tyres, I burned them up quite a bit. So for the time being, I'm going to stick with the mediums, because my issue was when I did the very first gameplay just yesterday, the issue I had with Valentino Rossi in the MotoGP class is just spinning the rear tyre up. And none of the tyres actually made it towards the end of the Grand Prix, as we are up by quite a bit here actually. We're pushing, but we're not pushing too much. As you know, it's not like I'm giving it absolutely 110%. We're going fast, but I wouldn't say we're pushing too much. Darren Binder's also on a fast lap. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen there, a couple of red helmets for him. As we now go for the right-hander of turn 13. Brilliant acceleration out of here, and then drop it down a gear into the right-hander of turn 14, and then you're on your way. Look at that sliding, the bike pushing and trying to fight with you. As Dennis Onchu is ahead of us. It's just a shame that the Moto 3 liveries aren't up to date. So my plan for this year of MotoGP 21 career mode, I do plan to do this full career mode on this particular calendar, and then once the new bikes come out, so when all the DLC comes out and we actually get the up-to-date 2021 liveries, we'll jump over and do the official 2021 calendar. So I cannot wait for that. I'm really enjoying practice so far. I'm really enjoying Emerson. Oh, brilliant. Up by 6,000th of a second above Pedro Acosta. What a way to make a name for yourself, leading free practice for the very first time. The two rookies, Grant and Pedro Acosta, 1 and 2 right now. Absolutely beautiful as Dennis Onchu is ahead of us. But we are going to use power setting 3. Let's see how quick we can go now when we actually go for like a qualifying pace. That is a beautiful move up at the inside of Dennis Onchu. Underneath the DHL sign for the very third time of asking. Up by 4.5 of a second just by putting into power setting 3. Of course, we are going to absolutely eat the power. Well, the fuel, should I say. But I'm pleased to see how quick we can go on this one, because, of course, qualifying will be up in a moment's time, and we want to be taking the best possible spot we can. Now, in the career mode, my objectives currently are from the team is to finish 5th in the championship at least, no lower, and qualify on the 3rd row. But if we can get 0.7 of a second up by turn 7, but then again, Pedro Acosta's not really chucked in those fast lap times. Maybe he's just doing some development tests of his own. We'll soon see. But since turn 9, good stuff. The right-hand side of the rear tyre getting a little bit warm there. But honestly, there was a lot of emphasis on brake temperatures this year, and I haven't seen my brakes get warm at any point. Whether I'm just really gentle on the brakes or other people are too aggressive on the brakes, I don't know. But I have not seen the temperatures go anywhere different from green. I've tried, I've pushed it really hard, I've gone for the most fastest lap times, and it's still on green. So I'm not entirely sure what the brake temperature is meant to do this year. I believe it's meant to have quite a massive impact, but it seems absolutely fine for me. I don't think I've pushed it to that level yet. As we now come out to the second to final corner, up by 0.8 of a second, a whopping ton. Pedro Acosta's going to be certainly shocked in a minute when he sees how far behind he is. Up by a second, exiting turn 16 now. Full acceleration, bum in the seat, back up, ready to go, right behind the bubble, the number 47, that familiar 47, charging down the line. Here we go across the line now, we go, whoa, what a lap, it's a 2:07.066. To the end of free practice, a dominant performance from the rookie Grant, 2:07.066 for him. Darren Binder didn't quite manage to beat Pedro Acosta, so it's the two rookies who lead the way in FP1. So now moving on to qualifying, I'm going to move it on swiftly because we have a race to do very soon. So into the slipstream of Sasaki, we are in a brilliant position here to gain some extra speed. Right behind the crazy boy, Ayumi Sasaki, he's on board the Red Bull KTM of course. Flicking it to the right hand side. Now it's actually on the Red Bull KTM, but for this one it's still the Kohler Tech 3 Red Bull KTM team. Never mind. Well, it's going to get confusing that one as we go round the outside of Sasaki. In a qualifying lap, you're beautifully done. Forces him wide a little bit there. I don't think he really needs to lift it up that much, but I think he wants to get out of the way. First sector times are in, it's 29.136. We are the fastest person on track right now. Of course, no one has actually completed a lap, but as far as the free practice times go, we are still in the lead. The right-hand side of the tyre getting a little bit warm there on the rear. Getting a little bit eager coming out the corner. You'll see it glow in a second's time because I'm a little bit eager on the exit of there. And now we go into the right-hander. Beautiful combination of track this. I love this part. Run it a little bit deep if you want to. Take a V-line there. Push it right through. Get onto the left-hand side of the tyre, but not for long because you want to flick it right in a moment's time. Beautiful. Oh, a bit of a slide. The front didn't want to grip. Let's flick it to the left now. Going into turn 10. Down to 4th as Darren Binder has chucked in his fastest lap of the race so far, or at least the qualifying session. It's a 2:07.544. Flicking onto the left-hand side of the tyre. The rear tyre is glowing. It's gone tomato on us again. Minio chucks it in his fastest lap, sliding the front of the Husqvarna. Didn't quite get the bike settled, but we're alright. Moto 3 bikes are very forgiving. Pushed down to 7th. We're about a 10th down into Sector 3, and I do believe that's because of the few issues we had with sliding the motorcycle, and of course the rear tyres being absolutely red hot right now. Turn 15, slided it in, but I think that aided us actually. That little bit of a slide helped us get into the corner and helped us get the exit we desired. Now going into the final corner of turn 16. Power setting 3, of course. Traction control setting on 2. Pushing it out now. Getting close to the rumble strip, but not necessarily on it because I don't want to abuse the track limits. And now charging to the finish line. What are we going to end up with? 2:07.410 is to beat. Come across the line, we get a 2:07.174. That is Grant into the lead of the qualifying session. Beautiful lap time there. We're going to push as much as we can now to see if we can better that. I think Minio is still on a personal best lap, so who knows what he's going to conjure up as this qualifying session is getting really heated now. As we, a little bit slidey there on the rear tyre. Careful of that one. Rear tyre is glowing all the time. This is what I was saying to you earlier regarding the rear tyre. I get it very hot, and the degradation is real. Well, I guess that's just too eager. And with all the settings turned off, like the assistance with the acceleration out corners, or just acceleration in general, you have to be quite feathery on the old touch. But when in a qualifying session, just give it absolutely 110%. Just give it everything. As we're now 0.3 of a second up by Sector 1. Beautiful stuff that is. Approaching Sector 2 in a moment's time, just after turn 9. Here we go for turn 7. Right-hand side of the tyre. A little bit of a slide there. That V-line again, though. Going into the corner like a V makes you get that right exit. We're down on the timings here. Down by about a 10th and a bit. But it's quite alright. We do get back ahead as we go into the left-hand side of the tyre once more for turn 10. For this fantastic clockwise circuit. Turn 11. Difficult corner to get your acceleration right on this one. I do tend to lose a little bit of time here, so that's expected. Now going into the right-hand, a similar slide from the lap prior. So not great, but we're still on the right-hand side of the tyre. Drop it down to 4th gear here. Keep pushing, get ready to drop it down to another gear to 4th there again. And keep pushing out to turn 14. Beautiful, we didn't even go anywhere near the rumble strip. We're up by a 10th and a bit as things stand. Turn 15, use the rumble strip if you want to, if you go a little bit wide there, but just make sure you don't touch the green. Now coming towards the final corner, pushing everything with this Husqvarna, giving it 110% now. Turn 16, can we get the lap we dream of? Pushing it out to the final corner, full acceleration here. Brake temperature's fine, rear tyre is glowing, that definitely needs a rest. We go across the line in a moment's time, it's going to be a 2:07.044. A phenomenal lap from the rookie. Andrea Minio is down by 0.3 of a second, so he's got quite a job to beat this 26-year-old man from Warrington, England. Andrea Minio, over to you, my friend. So we're going to take it easy and just, I guess, just take it easy. Why not? But I did want to just show you this little part. I wasn't really going to include it at first, but I don't know whether these guys are waiting for a tow or if they were just aware that I was going slow and they didn't want to bump into me. But it did feel like they were trying to get a toe off me. And of course, we're not going to do that here. Big wheelie for Grant as he takes pole position in his very first Moto 3 qualifying session. So just to confirm what you just saw, Grant in pole position, Minio and Binder on the front, McPhee, Massia Fanati on the second row, Suzuki, Rodrigo and Artigas on the third row. So guys, stay tuned because the race is coming up very, very soon, quicker than you may think. So upon that note, guys, thanks for watching, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you very, very soon. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.